How are you? I hope you're having a great day today. I'm Abby Glassenberg, and I am the co-founder of Craft Industry Alliance. We are the trade association for the crafts industry, and we are coming to you live today with a very exciting guest. It's Steve Wisner from Fabric Merchants. And Steve, I see you here. Just press that plus sign at the bottom, and I'll let you right in. And we're going to be talking today about awards program. It's called the Golden Scissors Awards, and it recognizes excellence in the crafts industry. And I'm really excited to talk to Steve about it. Hi, Steve. How are you?
Hi, Abby. How are you? Can you hear me?
I can. I can hear you really well. Nice to see
Great.
you.
Good to see you.
Yeah. So, Steve, you're out in California. Am I right?
That's correct. We're in Los Angeles,
Nice.
and I'm here now at Fabric Merchants in our facility, and we're excited to talk. I'm excited to talk with you today.
Excellent. Well, I'm excited to talk to you too. So, Fabric Merchants is one of our members here at Craft Industry Alliance. And this year, as you did last year, you're also going to be a sponsor for the Golden Scissors Awards. So, I want to make sure we talk about what that is and what people can expect and why you decided to sponsor the awards again this year. But before we do that, tell people who don't know a lot about Fabric Merchants a little bit of the history of the company and what it is you do.
Sure. So, Fabric Merchants, I started this company in the late 1990s after I left my tenure as the buyer for the House of Fabrics chain of stores. Once the House of Fabrics was spun off to Joanne Fabrics back there in around 1997, I started my own business here in Los Angeles. And I started out small as a wholesale fabric supplier, and we have grown over the past number of years to be a very large supplier of apparel, fashion fabrics to the industry. We're in a large facility here in East Los Angeles. We supply fabric, apparel, predominantly apparel fashion fabrics to the trade. Fabric stores, online shops, designers,
Mhm.
Etsy types. We are we don't sell retail. We're a wholesaler, and the business has just grown and grown and grown, especially over the past couple of years since Joanne has left the industry. We have seen such an uptick of customers coming to us from all across the United States. Specifically, yes, we do sell in Canada and around the world as well, but with the closing of the Joanne stores, it's brought a new life to the fabric stores
Yeah.
that were kind of suffering, so to speak. You know, with Joanne being the big box retailer that it was, we're now seeing these stores with such life to them. And additionally, we have the quilt shops that are there in the United States. I think there's over 3,000 of them.
Hmm.
And these quilt shops have predominantly sold quilting cotton fabrics and quilting accessories. And now all of a sudden, there's no Joanne fabric store in this small town or wherever
Right.
they may be. And so the consumer is going into the quilt shops looking for apparel fashion fabrics. So we have just been so busy, and it's just been so great to see so much life coming to the trade. What's really exciting is the number of people that are sewing.
Yeah.
Um, it's not just a business of it's not a dying breed of customers. There's young people. There are sewing classes happening in so many fabric shops throughout the industry. It's just great to see what's happening out there. So we're very excited about the industry. I've always been excited about the industry. I'm really excited about it now because, as I said, there are so many people sewing and so many fabric shops that are coming to us, online shops uh, that have been coming alive since the demise of Fabric.com. And
Right.
then, of course, with Joanne closing, there's so much opportunity out there. If you're
Yeah.
a fabric store, if you're an online shop, get going with apparel fashion fabrics because you will see life that you haven't seen before in many years.
And there's a couple of complexities with that idea that I think there are definitely things that you can overcome, but there's like a learning curve, might be some staffing changes, or some upskill necessities around how to display garment and fashion fabrics, because quilting cotton is, on a bolt, and the bolts are all standard sizes, and you can line them up on a certain like shelf space, whereas a lot of garment and apparel fabric is on a roll, and it's a little bit different to display if you have a brick and mortar. It's a little different to cut. It's wider and it's slipperier. It's a little bit more intimidating to cut. And then you also need to be able to advise the consumer and say, well, this, particular cloth is going to be best for this particular pattern, or no, don't pick that, and here's why. And there's a learning curve there. Again, these are all things you can learn. But for the quilt shop owner who might be watching and is thinking, oh, that seems like a lot of changes, what are some of your pieces of advice?
I would suggest having somebody on your staff that is excited about apparel fabrics. I'll mention one particular store because I know you've interviewed Suzanne from Stone Mountain and
Oh,
Daughter
yes.
Fabrics up in
Yeah.
Berkeley.
Okay.
She's got a great model. She has quilting people on board. She has apparel fashion employees on board, and I would suggest just having somebody on your staff that is at least excited
Yeah.
about apparel fashion fabrics, because with that excitement comes a learning curve. This is new for a lot of people. I will also add that a lot of the fabrics that we're shipping out to stores are on bolts, not necessarily on rolls.
Okay.
We have stores that are purchasing fabrics on rolls. We have stores that are purchasing on bolts. For example, one fabric in particular that I could think of that's been doing really well throughout the country are the wool melt-in uh, fabrics that we sell to fabric stores. It doesn't have to be in a cold weather store. They are sold throughout the United States. We have stores that buy them on the roll. They might want 20 or 30 yards on a roll. And we have stores that want 10 or 15 yards on a bolt.
Okay.
So I don't think the store needs to think about buying all new fixtures. I think it just comes down to being creative with what you
Yeah.
have, and starting to let your customers know that you are taking this step to bring in these fashion fabrics that the customer went to Joanne for.
Right.
Also, I want to add that we're seeing a lot of stores out there that are bringing in higher quality fabrics. I'm not indicating that there was any problem with the quality that Joanne sold, but we took the leap a couple of years ago. I went to Italy and I worked with some mills over there to bring in some very high quality Italian fabrics. And there's been no shortfall of customers that have not gone into these fabrics. We're talking about wools and linens and silks, uh, fabrics that, typically many years ago I would have shied away from because I would have said, well, the price is too high. But customers are loving higher quality, one of a kind fabrics, printed linens. We brought in denim from Jacob Cohen in Italy. So it's a free for all right now. It's an open market, and there's so many customers out there that are sewing. So I would say to the quilt shop that maybe is a little bit apprehensive due to the fixtures or whatever, start to test the waters. Start to step in a little bit. You're not going to be disappointed. The shopper out there has nowhere to go,
Right.
and they still may be afraid to shop online.
Yeah.
So you need to have that fabric in your store so that they can feel safe and know that they have somewhere to go. Then
That's
there's the online store. The online stores are doing very well. And
Mhm.
customers have learned that they need to be able to shop online. With the closing of Fabric.com, a couple of years ago, uh, maybe it's three already, I don't even know.
Yeah.
Uh, the online shops have picked up a lot of business, and customers have learned, well, you know what? I don't necessarily need to go in and touch and feel it. It's described very well on the online shop's website, especially if they're disclosing the GSM, the grams per square meter. The consumer is learning about the feel of the fabric. You can almost feel the fabric through the website if you're shopping online.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of excitement, Abby, right now, and we're here to support you. We have a great team of people here at Fabric Merchants, and one of the things I can tell you is that we pride ourselves on customer service. I have Maria, who's my right hand, my son Noah is in the business. We have a team of people. We have sales reps that are out there. We're here to help you in this journey and this transition that you may be taking.
Right.
Fabric Merchants has a wholesale website where you can shop or browse around and look for wholesale fabrics. Again, we don't sell retail, but you can very easily shop wholesale for your fabric store or your online shop by going to fabricmerchants.com. We're very excited about it. As a matter of fact, by the end of this week, the new rollout of our website will take place.
Oh,
We
exciting.
have, we have a loyalty program that's coming out. Just it's very exciting times right now in the industry and at Fabric Merchants. So
Yeah,
I
absolutely. So
appreciate
good.
you letting me explain all of this to the
Yeah.
customers that are out there.
Yeah, I'm excited about it as well. And we've put together a panel discussion at H&H Americas. It's exactly on this topic. So it's about how to bring in garment fashion fabrics to your existing shop, whether that's online or brick and mortar, and how to get started and what to consider. And we have a variety of speakers, and you're one of them. So
Huh.
thank you for that. And if you're coming to H&H, which is the craft industry trade show in Chicago, we invite you to come to this panel and learn a little bit more and ask questions either during or afterward of the panelists. So you can come away with some confidence. You can do some shopping as a retailer while you're there, connect with Steve and his team, etc. So I think that's lovely. And speaking about H&H, you are a sponsor of the Golden Scissors Awards. And folks who might not know, these are our industry awards where we recognize excellence. We have 5 categories, and we award these on stage live the morning that the show opens. There's always a lot of tears in people's eyes because it's really, really a nice experience. And, we started this awards program 3 years ago because we really felt like there wasn't a way necessarily anymore to recognize people who have lifetime achievement in our industry, for example, or an emerging leader in our industry. And so we do fly all the winners in, and your sponsorship helps to make all of that happen. So I wanted to thank you for that, and maybe you can talk a little bit about why you decided to sponsor it.
Well, first of all, Abby, I think it's wonderful that you're doing this for the industry. I think that if you are in the business, in the fabric business, in the craft business, in the hobby business, you should be a member of the Craft Industry Alliance.
Oh, thank you, Steve.
You all do wonderful things. The information that's out there from the Craft Industry Alliance is just amazing. The networking that you can do with other companies. When I found out that I could be a sponsor for the Golden Scissors Awards, I jumped right on that. I think it's important that we support the industry.
Yeah,
The industry it's an incredible industry that's just ever evolving.
yeah.
And, it's not just about the old fashioned fabric store anymore. There's so many aspects of the industry. So I was very happy to be able to support and the Golden Scissors Award last year. By the way, the attendance at the award show was incredible. I mean,
Huge.
I was in the back of the room. There were hundreds and hundreds of
I
people there.
know.
It was a very, very moving,
It is.
emotional experience for so many people to see the winners accept their award. It was just incredible. So I'm honored to be able to support the Golden Scissors Award. And I'm also thinking that if you're in the business, if you're in the industry, you should be a member of the Craft Industry Alliance. There's a lot of networking There's a lot of things that you can do. Look, I'm not a know-it-all. I continue to learn. I'm an older guy. I'm very excited about this business, and I'm learning every day something new. And I think that if you are in the business, if you have a fabric shop or an online shop, there's so much that you can learn. And the Craft Industry Alliance is the place to network and be associated with other people, whether it's people like myself that own a wholesale fabric company, whether it's a crafting company that sells craft product or sell flowers, or it's an information place for you. The Craft Industry Alliance is a wonderful place. I'm really happy that I aligned with you a few years ago.
Yeah,
And
thank you.
thank you for giving me the opportunity. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, that means a lot to us. And one of the things I appreciate about you is that willingness to evolve and learn and change. And I think that's a really important value that we have as well. And, everything's always changing. That's one constant, right? And so now we're seeing AI everywhere. And obviously, e-commerce, especially post-COVID, has been huge in fabric. And there's always so many changes, and people make a living now as influencers, as content creators, as independent pattern designers, which frankly 15, 20 years ago was barely a thing. So everything has changed and will continue to change. And I think having that open-minded attitude to get in there, learn about it, see who's doing it, try it out. And there might be a way to join them. And hey, if it's not for you, it's not for you, but get in there and take a look. I love that attitude.
Absolutely. And I also want to add that, if you are a shop and you're a little bit apprehensive, a little bit unsure of what to do, get in touch with me. I've in the past been a consultant for fabric stores,
Okay.
for fabric store owners. Get in touch with me. I'd be happy to walk you through some of the questions you may have, some of the fear that you may have, some of the apprehension you may have. I totally understand what it's like to be a business owner.
Yeah.
In 2026, it's not easy. We're facing high costs. We're dealing
Yeah.
with tariffs. We're dealing with minimum wage increases that keep on happening throughout the U.S. in various different localities. But I think that, if you have any apprehension or you would like some advice or help, I'm here to help and support you. Get in touch with me. You
That's
can
great.
email me at steve@fabricmerchants.com. My team of people here is here to help. As I mentioned, we have sales reps throughout the U.S. I'm here to help you if you
Yeah.
need.
That's really great. It's really good to know. And I love that aspect of the craft industry. In general, we're made up of, a community of people who really want to see each other succeed. And so, I love that. I love that. And thank you for that offer too. That's great. Yeah, very good. So we can't wait to see your new website. What day does it launch? When can we go check it out?
I am thinking that it's, yesterday, but it should be by this Friday.
All
That it
right.
should be fully up, and the website's up now anyway. Fabricmerchants.com
Yes,
is
it is.
live, and it's visited every day by hundreds and hundreds of designers and fabric stores. The new rollout is just a new look. There's a
Sure.
loyalty
But that's
program.
exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very exciting. We're very excited. We have a great website designer that takes care of. If you need more information on that, I'm here to help with that as well.
Excellent.
He's
So people
fantastic.
should go to Fabric Merchants and bookmark it just so that you have it saved. Some people might not be ready right now to start, but will be ready maybe in May after they meet
Sure.
the show, or next year. And so just bookmark it so you have
Yeah.
it.
And Abby, they could also just be on our email newsletter list. We send out
Okay.
2 email newsletters a week. Maria from my office is fantastic. She does all of the newsletters. She's creative. They're filled with information and new fabric offers, best-selling
Excellent.
fabrics and basics that fabric stores have. I mean, I'll give you an example. Quilt shops are now buying fabrics like rayon challis solids or
Mm.
wool fabrics
Yeah.
and testing the waters. So there's a lot of information out there if you sign up for our newsletter as well.
Okay. All right, so everyone who's watching today, go do that. Sign up for the Fabric Merchants newsletter. And if you're coming to the show, connect with Steve on the show floor. Come to the Golden Scissors Awards and see who won. Judging just opened this week, so it's underway, and I'm excited to see who wins those beautiful awards. So, Steve, thank you. Thanks for spending time with us this afternoon. It was great to see you.
You're welcome, Abby, and we're very excited again about everything that you do. And I was very excited to see the attendance at the H&H show last May in
Yeah,
Chicago. We're really looking forward to this May. Come and visit us at our booth. I'll be happy to sit down with you and explore opportunities with you. Just very exciting. There's a lot of exciting things going on right now in the industry. So thank you.
absolutely.
Thank you for having me today. I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks to everybody who joined us, and we'll see you next week. Bye,
Take care.
everybody. Bye,
Bye
Steve.
now.
Take care.